How do you go about handpicking who you want to be on the panel for each week?
Well, typically we choose guests who can relate to the topic. So most times these are people who already have a platform where we see them in social media, and then we kind of know a little bit about what's going on in their own private, personal lives, and then we pick people based on that.
Oh, okay. So kind of like you have somebody that go around, they've been in some relationship drama. Mm-hmm. She'll be perfect for this.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, that's genius.
Absolutely. That way, because then you have authentic conversation. People are not putting on, but it's real. It's reality. It's the real deal, and most times these people have gone through it more than once, so they can speak to it. They can tell us how they got into that situation. They can tell us what that situation looks like as they're going through. And then they can also tell us what life is like after the situation.
Right. You ever been married?
No.
Why? You got commitment phobia?
No, actually, I'm a very committed person. I just haven't met the right man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, most men have commitment phobia.
You don't think women got that either?
No. I have never met a man where the initial meeting or the first few conversations where he's like, you know what, if I meet the right lady, I am ready to settle down and be in a committed relationship. Most men will say, well, I ain't really looking for a relationship right now, or it's not important to me, or that's not a priority to me. I've never met someone who said, yeah, if I met the right woman, I'm ready to settle down. I've never met a man who said that.
For real?
Never.
That's crazy, because I feel like every time I bring those same words to a woman when I first meet, it don't get looked at like that. They kind of I don't know, I feel like it kind of scared them off or something.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're saying you are one of the few that if you met the right woman, you're like, yes, I am ready to be in a committed relationship.
Yeah, and I'm very vocal about that.
Well, see, that is very rare, and it's very rare in Atlanta, Georgia. Are you from Atlanta?
Nah.
Okay, so then that explains it. How long have you been in Atlanta?
I've been here 8 years.
8 years?
Yep.
Okay, but you know that's not a prevalent, that's not common.
It's not?
No, because most men it's a thing everywhere. I don't want to single Atlanta out, but the whole dating multiple women, that is very common here. Very. And if you get a woman like myself, I'm not a millennial, right? I miss that. I'm a little older.
Right.
I ain't going for that. I'm not doing that. Why am I sharing? Why am I allowing another woman to run around here and say she's with my man? That's crazy.
What if, because I've been hearing this from a lot of my female friends too. Mm-hmm. This is not where I'm at mentally.
Okay.
But they feel like when you meet a guy, you should, what your grandma used to say, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Okay.
So they dating multiple people. My guy friends too, they dating at least 2-3 people because they trying to fill each other out. But on that, I feel like if you spreading your energy around the 2-3 people, you gonna end up missing out on the one that's really for you because you're not able to, emotionally invest into the right one.
Well, see, there is a window of time. So it's okay to go out on a couple dates with multiple people, but that window of time should only span, in my opinion, across a few weeks, maybe 2 to 4 weeks, to determine, okay, do I want to pursue something more? I didn't say go and develop a full-fledged, because these people are developing a full-fledged relationship with multiple people. It ain't just, I'm testing out the waters. I just want to see. It's not that analogy of don't put your eggs in one basket. It's not that, because I agree with that. If you want to talk to him, a little bit and talk to her and figure out if you guys have compatibility, that's one thing. But that process should not last months. Okay. Because at that point, you're developing a full-fledged relationship. It's just It's natural. If you spend a certain amount of time with someone, there's automatically a bond being created, a connection being created. And if you already know you don't want to be in a relationship with that person, men usually know right away, just like women do. You guys categorize women. Okay, if she's someone who I can kick it with, if she's wife material, or she just cool, I'm not really attracted to her, but she cool. You guys know, and just like us women, all we need is to have a few conversations with you, and we already know, okay, I'm gonna put my time into this man. I'm cutting everybody off.
So in those few conversations, what's taking place for you personally to feel like it's gonna be something worth your time?
Well, first of all, I like to ask him about his background, his history, where he come from, what type of experiences has he had? Then I'm asking, is he purposeful? What are your goals? What's your vision? I'm wanting to know about his values. I'm wanting to know about his family life. Do you have children? How many children do you have? Have you been married? Are you married? You got to ask this.
Yeah.
Are you married? You got to ask them, are you in a relationship? And then even after you ask them if they're in a relationship and they say no, then you got to say, is there any woman who's going to be upset that you're sitting here talking with me right now? Is there someone who's going to show up at your front door when I come see you?
Yeah.
These are the questions that you have to ask.
I feel like you already got to be having these questions like lined up soon as you meet somebody. Like, hey, hold up, before you even go, let me go on, see if you do you ask like 5 main questions?
No, I'm gonna tell you the one question I ask the first time I meet a gentleman who may pique my interest.
Okay.
Are you single? That's like the first question I ask.
That's important.
Because if you are not, then the conversation is over. Over, right? Nowadays, people will hurt you. Let's not be foolish about it. People will hurt you. People will run up on you. People will do. I got too much to lose to be playing with someone like that. And I wouldn't want someone to do that to me. So I ask, are you single? So
that's your main one.
That's my main one, because that's been a problem for me. Everybody may not. I'm not saying, ladies, that everyone should do this, but I'm saying for me, it has been a problem for me in the past. So I asked that question.
What you mean? Like you meet a guy and you end up finding out later that he's not even single?
Exactly.
What?
Yeah.
I don't too much care for people that want to waste your time like that, because it's like you got to give people the choice to choose. Like if you in a relationship, like tell them, let them choose if they want to carry on this with you. See, it's like once you come in the door, just lying or withholding, important information like that, it's like you already taking away my choice.
Absolutely. But some people don't care. They're only thinking about themselves. And then there's a difference in a man, at least for a woman too, wanting you and desiring you. Because a person can desire you because you're a mystery, you this, you that, on the surface, what they can see. So they just want to know what it's like.
Yeah.
But then when they get to know you and then they realize that you put your pants on like them, then it becomes common, right? And then that's when you see the real person. So some people just want to try it out.
Okay.
They just want to taste test.
Yeah. Just want to test drive around the block.
They don't want to buy. They don't want to buy the whole thing. They just want to taste. They want a little taste. They don't want to buy the cup of ice cream. I ain't gonna say the cow because everybody use that. I don't want to use that. But they don't. You know how you go to the ice cream store and they give you a little spoon.
Yeah.
You be tasting all little spoons, but you don't never buy a whole cup.
Yeah.
They just want to taste it. They don't want to buy the whole cup.
Man, those little samples be like bomb.
They be bomb too, right? Exactly. And sometimes they just want to keep it on a sample. I just want to sample every now and again. I just want to take a dip every now and then. I don't want to buy the whole thing. I just want to taste it every now and then.
Oh my God. I love this. This is my new favorite episode already. I'm feeling like the Black Dr. Phil on here today. Hey, let's go ahead and start this show. Man, Tech Runners Podcast start right now. Yee!
Check runners. Check runners.
Hey man, welcome to a brand new episode of the biggest podcast in the world, Chat Runners, baby. I am your favorite cousin at the cookout, Rico Ramirez, and we in the building today. We got a queen in here. Oh my God. Soon as she walked in, I felt like my credit score went up a couple 100 points. I felt like all my student loans got deleted. I felt like a better man. I wanted to just love somebody. I just wanted to play some 90s R&B and light a couple candles as soon as she walked in. I introduce you to the one, the only, Miss Chanel Nicole Scott.
Wow, what an intro.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to bring you all the way in.
Listen,
now.
you're not laced it real good.
Oh, I got you now, Chanel. Come on. Oh, and then I'll mention, she also the host. I ain't even going to... I had to throw the icing on the cake. She's the host of a smash hit show right now on Fox Soul, Key Ministry.
Yeah.
I love that show, man.
You love it.
I love it. I ain't even gonna lie. I wasn't aware of it until I went and did media for it.
Okay.
Because at first, I get events all the time. People invite me. I don't never really know because, I'm doing this, doing that, doing that.
Right.
But I kind of got invested with your show.
Really? I think a lot of people, we're just getting out there good. This is our first season on Fox Soul. You actually attended the second episode of the season.
Okay.
We've been working with them, though, since early May of this year. We did a pilot, and then we did one special, and then we led into the season.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, people are just learning about us. We have been around for 7 years, though. We're based right here in Atlanta, Georgia.
What?
And it was an event, though. It wasn't a television show. Television was always my goal, but it was an event. And so we've been doing the event here in Atlanta and also in Charlotte, North Carolina for the last 7 years.
Wow. That is amazing. What was it about this show? Of course, I see your passion. What was it about this particular subject matter that made you feel like this was necessary for the culture?
Right. For me, I had people who know me know that I haven't been successful in the area of relationships. So I've had a few failed relationships, and I actually was on an 8-year celibacy, no dating, and transitioning back into what I call... People always pause when I say that, but transitioning back into what I call the real world.
My pause didn't come from the celibacy.
Oh, it didn't?
It came from the failed relationship.
Okay, yeah.
I just couldn't picture you having problems connecting with somebody because you just seem like a vibe to me.
But you know what? It's what we spoke about earlier, connecting with people who want to be in a relationship. Okay. I don't want to play. I'm not the play type. I take it very serious. It's important to me. And just, not meeting someone who wants to be in a committed relationship with just me, And so I created the platform to create a space where men, first of all, could be transparent. I wanted to understand the male perspective because I felt like if I could give a space for the men to speak freely without being judged, without being criticized for your viewpoints or your perspective, then us ladies could get a better understanding of how you guys move, how you make your decisions, how you pick your women, all those different things. I wanted to really understand that for my own self. And I know if I wanted to understand it, there were a lot of other women who were encountering some of the same issues that I was.
So we just been your case study for the past 8 years. That's crazy.
Well, no, not necessarily, because what it does is it allows men to also speak freely and let us women know how you really feel about a particular topic without getting put out. Or without, what I'm saying, being criticized. True. That's the one time that you can be honest and just say what it is and ain't got to worry about somebody getting upset or, you know, trying to penalize you or punish you or whatever us women do when you're honest. You know, because we really need to know that. That's important. And a lot of times, when you're in the context of a romantic relationship, us ladies don't get an opportunity to ask the hard questions because the situation has probably gone awry. So we're not even communicating anymore. You've shut down. You ain't talking. So we don't even really get the answers to our questions.
Wow. True. I can agree with that. I feel like this new era, you know, I know we can both agree, like it's probably more difficult in this era we in right now, especially living in Atlanta. It's kind of difficult dating, you know, and finding somebody. This is my personal opinion.
Okay.
Don't nobody counsel me or cuss me out. I feel like this is the number one reason dating is so hard now. And it's hard to find, like, your soulmate, quote unquote. I feel like it's just lack of vision.
It could be. That's part of it. If you don't have a vision for your life and for your, you know, what you desire in a relationship, in a marriage, in a partner, most people don't have a vision of what that looks like. They just kind of go off of what they feel, or, oh, she's cute, or he's cute, or, you know, I like their swag, or, you know, whatever. We don't really sit down and devise a vision of what we would want our relationship to look like, or how to even connect in a relationship. That's important.
Yeah, it really is. And it's hard to have vision when so many people are trying to base their relationship goals on celebrity couples that they see on social media. Right.
But see, that may not work for them. You know, this is the thing. Having good looks is not going to sustain a relationship. It's just not. Having the popular girl or the popular guy, that is not going to sustain. It has to be more. You have to have a common goal or a common purpose or vision, a common vision. It has to be greater than the two people, right? You being fine, that's a bonus. Whatever we do in the context of our relationship, personally, that's a bonus. It's really supposed to be greater than the both of us. Whatever it is that God has given us to do as a couple, it has to be bigger than us.
I think I can guess your love language.
What is it?
From this short conversation.
What?
Words of affirmation, one. And second one, definitely not physical touch, because you went 8 years without it. So it might be physical touch.
It is physical touch.
That's what I'm thinking. In those 8 years, I'm quite sure it was times that it would have been nice to just be touched physically without it turning into something sexual.
It wasn't even a thought on my mind during those 8 years, because during those 8 years, I'd also gone through a church hurt, if you will. And I also lost everything in the process of what I was experiencing. And so I'm one of those type of people, like, I got to be able to bring something to the table.
Right.
You know, I can't even think about connecting with a man if I'm not where I need to be. And that's in every aspect, whether it be financially, emotionally. Those things are important because I have expectations of him.
Right.
So if I can't bring equally as much as what I'm expecting him to bring, that ain't gonna work. So I wasn't even thinking about that because I was in a space where I lost everything. So I had to move back home with my parents. I was trying to devise a plan, strategy to get back. So my focus wasn't on a relationship at all.
So what is your love language?
My love language is physical touch and then time. It's important. I need your time. Like, gifts are great, but the time is greater.
So I was all wrong. Well, I was halfway right with the physical touch.
Yeah, definitely physical touch. Yeah. I'm real touchy-feely.
That's dope. How important to you are knowing your partner's love languages?
That's important because I want to be able to connect with him, you know, based on how he wants to be connected with. So many times, you know, we love people the way we know to love them. But the way to love somebody properly is to love them the way that they want to be loved.
Yeah.
And so it's important through communication, open, honest, and transparent communication to find out, how that person wants to be loved. The last thing you want to do is to be loving on someone and they don't like it or it doesn't resonate with them. Like, it's like, okay, that's great, but that don't mean nothing to me.
Communication, definitely. I agree with like 1,000,000% on that one. Because my last relationship, I don't know if she expected me to be a psychic or a mind. I don't know. But it'll be times she'll be upset about something. Then I'll be like, what's wrong? Simple question, right?
Yeah.
Be like, what's wrong? Oh, nah. You supposed to already know what's wrong, what's bothering me. And I would be so confused.
Wow.
And then so I'd be like, all right, you know what? I'm going to let you have that. Let me just give you your space. Now she's saying like, I don't care.
So she wanted you to be more intuitive with what was going on around you guys.
I guess so. But at the same time, I feel like it wouldn't hurt just to say, hey, this is bothering me.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
You feel me on that? Am I is that far? Is that something crazy?
No, that's not far-fetched at all. If there's an issue that's bothering you and you took the time to actually ask, what would have been insensitive or not caring is if you pretended like, if you acted like you didn't care. Like, if you didn't ask, like, what's wrong? And you pretended like you didn't even realize that there was an issue with her. That's what I'm trying to say. But if you asked, Yeah,
then I'm going to ask like 1 or 2 times.
But did you really not have a clue? Because sometimes when women give that type of answer, it's really stemming back to something that you did before. And maybe she had to address it. And maybe you was a repeat offender.
Yeah.
And you did it again. And then she was like, you mean to tell me you don't know? Or you know what's wrong? That's usually when we give a response like that.
Nah, it's been times where I knew what it was.
But you pretended.
I'm not even that. I'm asking for confirmation.
No, but then you say, then you don't need confirmation. What you need to do is say, hey, I recognize that I might have offended you again, or, I didn't mean to do it, or, I know that I did this, but let me explain to you why I did whatever it was that I did. I don't know what the situation was. But don't pretend like you don't know, because that could be.
I wasn't necessarily pretending because once a quick scenario, quick little story. We went to a concert. Like, this was my last relationship. This was almost a year and a half ago. We went to a concert. I was like, hey, we having fun. We're going to a rap concert. I ain't smoked weed in a while. We smoked weed, and we had edibles.
Okay.
Big mistake. So, we get to the concert. We having a good time. I'm zoned out. I don't know what's going on. I just feel like this is the best experience of my life. So, next thing you know, I hear her, she scream a little bit. She say, oh. So I look, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, you good? I'm laughing. I'm like, damn, she high as hell. So she like, nah, don't worry about it. So the dude that's in front of us like, you good? So now I'm confused because I'm like, why he asking my lady is she good? So we get to the car. Now she mad at me. I'm like, what going on? I forgot. I skipped over the part. It took us like 20 minutes to find the car. Cause like at this point, I'm like higher. I'm like all the way up there with Jupiter, Mars, and every planet you could think of. Like I'm high. So I'm like, what's wrong? Oh, you ain't even do nothing. I said, what you talking about? Dude knocked my drink over. I said, how was I supposed to know that though? Like cause it happened so fast. And I'm quite sure you've been to State Farm Arena. I don't know if you've been doing a concert, but the seats are just like this close together. So I guess the dude knocked over just a small little bit of her drink as he was standing up on some turn up type stuff. So I guess she expected me. I guess I supposed to beat the dude up or something. I don't know what she was expecting. But she spent the whole 2 days mad at me. Then she was like, yeah. Then We get back to the house. Oh, then when we was walking out the stadium, you almost ran up behind that girl with the big booty with the white pants and pink shirt. I'm like, who? I said, man, I don't even know what you talking about. You told him excuse me. So apparently she felt like I was just so zoned out that I'm just hypnotized by some random woman with a big booty or whatever. But I said all that to say communication will never hurt. Just to say what's wrong.
Right.
You know, cause there was a time I had no idea what was going on. Cause I'm like I said, I'm high. We high.
Well, see, that's the effect of being high. Is not being. I thought you guys supposed to be more focused when you high. I've never been high a day in my life. But I thought you were supposed to be more focused, but you wasn't aware of your surroundings.
I guess because I missed the regular weed with the edibles. That's why I'm not a weed smoker. Because it's like I don't know what's going on around me. So
that's what it was. You wasn't aware of your surroundings. I'm not sure you should have addressed the guy. If he apologized and moved on, then that's really all that could be done with that particular situation. Like you could have said, you good? Do you need me to get you any napkins? Or, are you good? And then after that, it's nothing else that you could have really done.
We had a Master P concert. I don't know what's going on.
Really?
But like I said, I do remember the guy saying, oh, you okay? Damn, my bad. So he had no ill will in his heart.
Right.
For
sure.
So for her to just be mad a whole 2-3 days, well, it probably was the fact that she saying I was like right behind the girl with the big booty and talking about I knocked the boyfriend out the way. I don't know, man. I'm saying all this to say, them the type of crazy situations I've been in.
So how did that situation end? How did you get out of that relationship?
With her, she kept trying to pressure me to like move in with her. And at the time her mama living there too. So I'm peeping. I'm peeping. I'm like, man, why she want me to move in so bad? I mean, we vibing and all. Like, it's cool. But move in, it's kind of like a big step.
Right.
And at this point, we just been together like 3 months.
Okay.
So I'm like, I said, man, she must just want me to just come in and help
pay
this mortgage. Yeah. So it just ended up after I told her I wasn't gonna move in. It's like it kind of like the end. She still was down, but I could see it was like the kind of I don't know. It like things got kind of different, and we just could not get on the same page anymore.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, we just need to just need to go on about our business, man. So that was my last relationship. Me being vulnerable here.
Okay.
Tell me about your last relationship and how it ended. Why did it end?
I haven't been in a relationship in over a decade, so.
Still,
I don't have no stories for you.
Damn, you standing on business with that. Like, what?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I think now, more importantly, I kind of protect my energy and don't let anybody in my space. I have friends that I talk to from time to time, but I haven't been in a relationship, where I was like, yeah, this is my man, and he was like, this is my woman, and you see us out. I haven't had that.
I was on your live last week because I knew I was getting ready to invite you to the show. And I had a feeling you would come because you anointed and I'm anointed. So I was like, she gonna come. This is why I even asked you. Because it's like, I don't know, anointed people, it's kind of like we got like that, I don't know, we got that connection with each other like spiritually. So I was like, man, when we first met, we had a good rendezvous. I think she'll come to the show. But I was on your live. You was talking to 2 other people, and you told them a story about a cable guy.
Yeah, that wasn't a dude I was dating though. Dude just came to the house to install the internet and the alarm system. Yeah, and while he was at the house doing the installation, we had a good vibe. Yeah, I mean, like it was good energy. But dude was like 5'6", and you see, I'm 6'1" with no heels on. And so while I talked to him, there was never an intent to date or for it to go anywhere for me.
Okay.
I think for him, maybe he thought there might be possibility, but I'm just cool like that. Like you just said, you know, you a vibe. Like I vibe with people. And most of my friends are male, but I think after a few times of us hanging out in the sense of he'll come and put my chair together because I had just moved into my place at the time.
Yeah.
He realized that it wasn't going to be much more than that. And so he just stopped communicating with me. So I didn't date the guy.
Was it the height thing?
It definitely was a height thing.
Like only that's the main thing that was.
That was the main thing in that particular situation. Absolutely.
What if he was the one, Chanel, but he was just short?
Ain't no way to work. But I can't be uncomfortable when I walk in rooms. You know what I'm saying? I can't be with someone and then I see someone that I'm actually physically attracted to and be like, dang, I settled. You know, I should have waited. When I do settle down or commit to someone, I want that to be like, I know I'm going to see more attractive men, don't get me wrong, but I want to be content with what I have. Like I'm good with what I got. No matter who I run across, I'm good with my man. Like there are no deficiencies over here. He ain't perfect, but I'm content. I haven't settled.
That makes sense. Yeah, because that's not a good feeling having somebody you like, this going somewhere. But then you get them in different environments and make you realize, damn.
Because that's what happens. Like, I realized, like, I got a friend of mine. He's a friend. He's a guy. And we cool. We've known each other for a couple years. And that's my friend, though. Right. That friend is not for the public. It don't fit.
Right.
You know, you got to know what fits. Because we do operate in different spaces. And you got to think about you as a whole. Who are you? You got to know who you are. And while we might be cool and it's just the two of us in a room, we got to be cool outside, too. I can't have someone who's insecure about how I move and what I do, you know. I don't want someone who is not secure in who he is. So I just know that it wouldn't work.
So the height thing is a non-negotiable for you.
Oh, that's a non-negotiable.
Give me 2 more non-negotiables, but give me at least 3 things you willing to like, I'll let that slide.
A non-negotiable, I don't want to date someone who smokes.
Okay.
And my friend that I just got finished talking about, that's another thing. Even though I said that's my friend, he smoked. I don't like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you do and that's cool and we can be friends, but like you can never be my man.
Right.
What else is a non-negotiable? Hygiene.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I can't use that. I can't get out that easy.
Come on. Cause I don't know nobody gonna be like, yeah, I love my man, but I don't care if he stink.
No. The reason I say that is because I'm a teeth person. I'm a breath person.
Right. And
I have my good girlfriends who are put together and like they had a men husbands. Most of my girlfriends are married or in a relationship.
Right. Okay.
And like I'm like, dude, it's not that he didn't brush. He didn't floss. And I'm like, I know if I smell it and I ain't even in his face like that. I know she do. Because she in his face like that.
Right.
So that's why I say something like that. And it'd be funny because you be shooting the breeze with your girl and they be like, yeah, because he this, he that. You know, and they, you know, we talk about little stuff that we probably, you know, and I'm like, girl, ain't no way. You ain't smell that?
Yeah.
But I don't say that. I'm just saying. So we won't use that. That's a little side.
Yeah, give me a...
What's the other non-negotiable?
Give me a good one.
Oh, my God.
Hygiene is important, though. I ain't even gonna lie. Like,
hygiene is important.
I'm definitely like a hygiene man myself, so yeah.
Yeah. I just opened myself up to dating men who have kids. But there's a limit to that thing. Like
it gotta be.
Okay, so that's like I just opened up to it, but you can't. I mean, and I say this only because I know someone in my own circle who have kids. He got grown kids and babies or small. So when I say babies, I don't mean like newborn baby, but younger kids. So it's like we're at the age where you could either have grown children or you could have small. You could have both.
Yeah.
You know, but my cap is. I don't know. I don't want to say that because I don't have a definitive number on that. I don't want to put myself out there. Hell no.
Well, they can't be younger than 12.
Oh no, you the age?
Yeah.
I was talking about the number of kids, but the age.
What's the number of kids? I got a cap too. Mine
You got
is
a cap on kids?
Yeah, if you got more than 2.
If they grown though, does that matter?
Now if you got 4 and 3 on grown, we good.
Yeah, we good.
Like if you got like 1, cause when I meet somebody, I'm thinking about the situation if we end up getting married and living together.
Yeah.
So if you got 4 small kids, that's 5 more miles
Right.
I gotta think about every day.
Absolutely. So okay, so we could agree on that.
Yeah, definitely.
God, it's hard to say because I'm such a stickler.
1.
Huh?
Well, they can't have more than 1.
No, we can agree on that.
Okay.
They got 3 grown
Okay,
and maybe
all right,
1 small.
all right.
I could roll with that. I'm
Okay.
cool with that because their kids are grown.
True.
What else is a non-negotiable? Like, it's not a non-negotiable, but I can tell you what I like, what I don't like. At my age, I don't want to date a man with braids in his hair.
Like
None.
braids, like Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Why?
No braids at all. Like, if he got dreads, I'm not like really into dreads, but I'm not talking about dreads. Just be
Braids.
clear. I'm not into it, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about plaits. I'm talking about braids.
Why, Chanel? I gotta hear that.
Cause, can you imagine? Okay. You've been to my show. You know how I roll. Like, I'm dressed down today, guys, because he caught me on a hat day. I got hat hair today.
Nah, you be having it on
But
at the show.
tomorrow, when you catch me tomorrow, is gonna be a different story. Cause see, I get these my hair day is Wednesday.
Okay.
So I get these last couple of days to sleep before I go on a hair day. Cause when I go on a hair day tomorrow, my sleep is gonna be impacted.
Okay.
So I slept last night, right? But you seen how I roll.
Oh yeah, like
Right?
Vera Wang, all the nice.
I can't have no
names.
dude on my arm with no plaits in his head. Come
Yeah.
on. It just don't.
And then when you say braids, I just cannot stop thinking about Shamar Moore character and when he
But
was
on
in
that
Madea.
wig, wig thing.
Yeah.
No, y'all, I'm so sorry.
Oh man, no braids, guys. Please be over 6'1". 6'1".
right.
Make sure your teeth brushed.
Yes.
No braids. Or come
Nice
with a
and
haircut or
groomed.
some locks.
Yeah, I don't want no. I just like I don't want to date no dude with no braids in his hair, man. Like, come on, we gotta be grown.
Nah, for real.
If you walk in, and it work for some people, but they not me though.
Right.
If you rolling with me, you got to be grown.
Yeah, I got you.
You know.
Tell me. I cannot stop thinking about Shamar Moore character. I gotta get him up here because I gotta talk to him about that wig. Like
that wig was horrible.
I think I can get Shamar Moore.
But I'm like, because I seen some people who got dreads, they look good as long as they maintain. But you can't let the things get raggedy because they gotta be tight. They gotta be tighten all the time if you want me to like them and smell good. They can't, because hair stinks.
Yeah,
You know, when you sweating and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I need, as long as they nice dreads, but they clean and they put I can go with that because I seen some attractive men, but with the nice dreads.
Okay. All right. Tell me this. This is so important because so many times on these shows, as men, we always hear the women's non-negotiables, what they won't go for.
I want to hear yours.
You know, well, my non-negotiable. Let me see.
I never heard a man really give his non-negotiables. I don't think.
My non-negotiables, you got to be saved.
Oh, that's right.
That's my number one. Because I done been in situations where I'm in tune with always building my relationship with God, but I'm messing with somebody that don't really care for that, and they just like, hey, I believe in God, but I'm not giving my life to God.
Do they have to be okay? So let me ask you that because we got to have a distinction.
Hold on, I know where you going with it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you down at some point to give your life to God and get saved, I can work with it.
I would say, but that's potential, and we not marrying potential. So I wasn't gonna say that. And I was gonna say, so when you say, are you meaning like really say like they understand what that means, or they just saying I go to church? Like what we talking about?
Nah, they really understand what it means, and and we equally yoked spiritually.
And do they have to be okay? So are you Christian?
Yeah.
Okay, you believe in Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have to be Christian and they have to believe in Jesus Christ.
To be my wifey material.
Okay.
Yeah, because
so they can't believe in like Allah and
nah, cause you gotta think I'm almost 40 years old. So if I meet somebody in my age group or older, but I always dating older women, you not just gonna just have somebody convert and they been stuck in their ways all the time. I don't care how much you like them, how much they like you, how good the sex is. You not just gonna tell somebody, hey, leave Allah. You've been praising Allah for 30 years. Now come over here and say, Jesus save me. You know what I'm saying?
And see, some people wear that loosely. That's why I asked you that. Like you'll meet someone who they'll say they believe, because there's certain principles that are the same, but it's just, different. But those people who hardcore, nah. Some people are hardcore. I don't eat no pork. I don't do this.
Oh, yeah. Nah.
But then you get people who, I have friends like this who they say they believe in Allah. And I believe in Jesus Christ wholeheartedly. I love God. I love Jesus Christ.
Right.
I'm a student of the word. That's something that people don't. That's one thing. If you say, well, Chanel, what don't people know about you?
Right.
I'm a student of the word. I study. I'm not religious, but I study religiously.
Right.
I just love that. I love it. But, you'll get, you know what? And I'll be thinking to myself, are you really Muslim? Because, a lot of the principles that you're saying that you live by is really, because I ain't never read the Quran, so I don't know what the Quran say, but I read the Bible. And I'm like, well, we believe the same thing. We believe some of the same things. So are you really, or is that just something you wanting to wear close because that's just your understanding of it? So that's why I asked.
Man, that's a good point.
Because if you cutting people off at the ankles and not really, if they just say, I have learned that, because when a person say, oh, I believe in Allah, I used to be like, we unequally yoked, it ain't gonna work.
Right.
But then I have gotten to know people not under that guise, but just as friends, because maybe we working on a project or, we just become friends. That it's like, okay, this is different.
Yeah, now I can be friends with somebody that in a religion, as long as you don't worship the devil.
Oh,
you know, if we just friends, I don't care. But if we talking about taking it to another level, and really going the distance, we gotta be on the same type
page.
of time.
Okay.
So that's my first non-negotiable.
Okay. Non-negotiable though. I need to learn that one.
Number 2, go back to the kids thing.
Okay.
If you got more than 2 kids, but they're not grown, I can't do it. And then those 2 need to at least be teenagers.
Oh, they gotta be teenagers.
Yeah.
Like 15 or older.
They on their way out the door. I can't date nobody with a 1-year-old.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you, because I didn't try it.
Okay.
I didn't try it. Somebody had a 1-year-old, somebody had a 3-year-old.
Okay.
And I noticed the same thing. At some point, it seemed like they still trying to have that just a little piece of hope, hoping that the baby daddy come back.
Ooh, because it's too soon
Yeah.
for a woman anyway. For a woman.
Exactly,
Yeah.
for a woman. Now, the baby daddy probably not even thinking about
it. Exactly.
But
That's
for women, y'all get way more emotionally invested than we do. So I feel like if your kids 15, 16, and you and your kids dad not together, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
At that point in time.
He probably not remarried by then or got some kids by somebody else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then that even just depends. Because I didn't try to meet somebody. She had 2 16-year-olds, and every week she was like, yeah, I'm taking me and the kids going over to their dad's house to have dinner. And that was a complete turn off for me.
Yeah.
Because y'all are having family dinners.
Well, because sometimes they can maintain a friendship with the person. It just depends on who it is. I've seen that happen, co-parenting. But he may have someone else and she may, and they may do it all together.
It wasn't that ain't the case. They was going.
I just never want to be in a situation. This is what I want for myself, because the older we get, the likelihood of us connecting or marrying someone who has children is high. Right? But I don't want to be in a situation where I'm at odds with a woman that I have absolutely nothing against, nothing to do with, wasn't around when they broke up. I want to be able to get along, especially if she has kids. And I got to take care of your kids, because of that, he got kids with this woman, I'm going to have to step in and help.
Right.
I want us to be able to get along. That's important to me. So if that means, if it's to the point where we having dinner together, so be it. As long as we have an understanding of what it is. I don't have no problem with that.
Yeah, that's cool. But this was more like an intimate family thing that she was going to do. I see if they were just like somebody that left church, they celebrate something for the kid and everybody, hey, let's go out here to Longhorn, eat steak together and celebrate our child. But no, like they was going to his house. Like, this didn't last long at all, Chanel. Don't even. You ain't even got to worry about that. This probably lasted like a week and a half. Because once I come in the door and I already see things that I know I'm not going to want to deal with, I just keep it moving.
Okay.
Because I'm like at an age where I already know what I'm not about to waste my time on and what I'm not about to invest in.
But to her defense, like if you knew coming in the door and she has this established relationship with this man because maybe she's single prior to you coming in, then that's what worked for her prior to you coming in. Did you have a conversation with her about it and how you felt about it?
I told her, I was like, I'm cool with, y'all having a good co-parent dynamic. But it's like, I feel like this was not, it was like multiple things through the week.
Okay.
Every time I turn around, oh yeah, me and they dad about to go.
Oh, so she not built her life around, okay, I got you.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's like you trying to play both sides of the fence.
Right.
So like I'm not about to just be a part of that.
Right.
I see it was in them couple weeks we talked here and there type thing.
I think for her, what she probably should have done is not share that piece until she reconciled what it was going to be. I don't think she should have tried to force that on you or try to include you in it, because people have their life set up before that person come into their life.
Right.
So it's not going to be picture perfect when you first walk in because they're doing what works for them at that present moment. But the moment you come in and, she determines that this is someone who's going to be in my life, I definitely need to make some adjustments because I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable. But I definitely would not have invited you into that aspect of my life until I figured out what was happening.
And I wish she would have felt the same thing.
Yeah, because she was too comfortable letting you know that.
Yeah, like and then she was like, "Oh, I done dated somebody that was cool with it, but y'all not together now though, so why even bring them up?"
Right.
So yeah, that's my second one. My third non-negotiable probably gotta be. Let me see. I said the kids. We can't say hygiene because that's a must. Cause I got a story behind that one too, but I ain't even going. It's funny, but for time's sake, I'm not even gonna tell it.
Oh my god!
All right, so let me see. The third one definitely gotta be being selfish.
Okay.
Because
but that's relative.
Yeah, because I'm a giver.
Right.
Not even just like materialistic things. I'm believing giving my energy, pouring into a woman. Being thoughtful. Even if it's just some small where if you invited me over, I at least want to show up with your favorite wine and your favorite snacks without you even asking me.
Okay.
Y'all
hear this?
Yeah, so if you not like matching that energy and it's all about you,
okay, that's
like non-negotiable to me.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Gotta match that energy.
You gotta match. I'm into matching energy. I'm into it. The frequency of the phone calls. The invitations, like you said. I'm matching. If you never invited me out, then I'm not inviting you out. If you ain't calling me, then I'm not calling you.
Right.
If you ain't responding to my text messages, I'm not responding to yours.
True.
But if you responding to my text messages with urgency, then I'm going to break my neck to get you a response. Even if I'm not available, I'm going to say, hey, let me catch you later. I got X, Y, and Z going on. Yeah. So I'm all about matching energy.
Hey, we need more of the energy matching. Because so many times I done met plenty of women and they felt like their energy wasn't being matched, but they felt like they had to do something to show this man that they like them so much, either by buying them things or going out their way when the energy wasn't even matched.
No, then you trying to buy a man's affection and attention. Now I'm gonna give it to, and if somebody is loving me properly, then that I automatically want to give whatever it is. I'm listening to you, we're communicating, I'm learning what you like, what you don't like, so I'm already planning and plotting just based off of what I've learned about that man during that time.
That's dope, man. Before we wrap up, though, I ain't gonna let you get away with this.
What?
Tell me 3 things.
3 things
that you are willing to let slide to be with a guy. Cause like I said, I always hear y'all always describe y'all perfect man, but at some point you gotta realize, and is it do I want to spend the next 5-10 years of my life alone because I wasn't willing to accept one little small thing about a person?
I would say a man doesn't have to make more money than me.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't require. I make a lot of money, so I don't require that. I want him to be ambitious and purposeful, but he don't have to match me.
That's cool.
What else? I'm trying to think. He don't gotta be the best dressed, because I can take care of that. I'm gonna fix that.
Right.
I'm gonna take care of that, because if you're not, if maybe you're not into fashion or into clothes, because I'm like, if he don't have no swag, he don't have this or that. I'm like, nah, I can handle that. He gonna have swag. If he with me, he gonna have swag.
Right.
I'll go buy the swag. You ain't got to worry about that.
True. Oh my God, man, we having a breakthrough over here at Check Runners, man. Ladies, y'all take notes, man. But go ahead, do your thing.
That's important. And what else? I would say, we ain't always gotta go out. Like, he ain't always gotta pay for all the dates. I'm gonna pay for some of the dates.
Okay.
He gotta initiate, because I gotta see where he at, how he moving. But most men, they ain't gonna let you pay. But I'll probably do some sneaks, like, I already got this, I already set it up. They won't even know it. So they be like, sir, we don't need it, or whatever the case may be. But I believe in giving to my man. So he ain't gotta pay for everything. He ain't gotta pay my bills. I don't need, we partners. It's a team thing. It's a team effort. I don't even look at it as a deficiency. Like, we can decide for us what works for us. So, like, dope. You ain't got to come in and be like, oh my God, I got to pay all her bills. Because again, you probably ain't going to be able to pay. I got big bills. The ministry is mine. I'm the creator of it. I'm the executive producer. So I got to pay for that.
Right.
And then I deliver a finished product to the network. So my bills going to already be ridiculous.
Hey, that's so dope, man, because I'm glad you as a woman said that. Because those 3 things, I know plenty of women will be like, oh, nah, he got to make just as much money as I make. No. He got to know how to dress. His credit score got to be 850, 1 plus.
Now, I do want him to be good with money.
Okay.
Like, just because I say he don't got to make as much money, I don't want he got to be able to manage money, right? He got to be able to manage it, because I don't want him spending up all mine. Right. So that is important. I do want him to have decent credit. I don't just I want you to have an understanding of finance. I want you to have an understanding. I like the better things in life. I want you to have a interest in that. I don't, what I'm saying? I'm not trying to slum it out. So I want you to have an understanding of money. But I was just having a conversation with my girlfriend yesterday, and I realized that women have different ways of I don't want to say approaching men, because I don't believe in approaching. The only way I might say something to a man that I'm attracted to is if we have developed some type of rapport, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let him know. Yeah. But I'm not gonna walk up to no man that I don't know. But she was saying that she don't look for looks when she's connecting with a man. She looks at how he treats her, what he does for her. And I said, damn, I never looked at it like that. Like, I don't look at that. Like,
you should have brought her up here.
But I'm like, but then I said, so how do you connect with him? Like, you don't even care what he looks like. She doesn't care that he's not attractive. So she'll give someone a chance who's not as physically attractive. But if he's buying her things and doing all these different things, I said, but then the relationship becomes transactional, because he's only doing that because he's intrigued with your physicality. Believe that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then once the relationship becomes common and he gets used to you, it has to be something more that's sustaining the relationship. Otherwise, he's going to get tired of you and he's going to move on to the next person. So I was like, she said, well, no, I'm gonna treat him. I'm gonna do things for him and, treat him well. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Because because I'm like, me, the way I think about it when I'm connecting with a man, the first thing I want to know is it purposeful? What are we going to do for the kingdom? I'm kingdom minded.
Okay.
I'm saved. I'm a real Christian. So I want to know, God, is this what you have for me? What are we going to do for you? What is the purpose of this relationship? Like, I know he's fine, but that's not going to sustain the relationship, because when you connect with someone based on purpose and what you're going to do for the kingdom, when you're not getting along, you got that purpose. That's going to bring you back together anyway. Yep. You're going to have to talk to him because y'all doing too much for the kingdom to not be speaking.
Right.
So that's how I connect. So when I heard what she said, I'm like, I don't know, girl. I said, we're going to have to talk about this on my show, because I never met someone who, say, I don't care about what they look like. I'm like, really?
That's a first. From a woman.
Yeah. So that was definitely different and unique. But then again, it is transactional, because the same woman who connected with the man who wasn't that handsome, she said he had something going on with his mouth. And so a breakout. And so because of that, because this relationship is transactional, remember, there's no foundation, there's no real substance here. Instead of her saying, hey, what's going on with your mouth? Tell me, and instead of him being comfortable enough to say, hey, I'm having this issue, can we talk about it? Because that's important. She's like, I'm not talking to him no more.
Oh, wow. So man, I was trying to end this show with a little bit of seriousness, man. I'm trying to mature.
What?
I got so many questions. What? I don't even know where to start, man. Brett, you should have brought her here, cause oh my God. I ain't even gonna get out in that girl business.
I was like, girl, can I see a picture? She showed me a picture, but I didn't see the breakout. So, cause I was like, I need to see what he got on his mouth.
Oh my God. Like that was tragic that happened. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Hold up. I ain't really asked none of the questions I had for you, because we just been talking about so much other stuff, and I just been getting to know you as a person, and that's dope. But this one question was on my list because I needed a female opinion on this.
Okay.
Do you feel like a woman loses value when she over sexualizes herself?
It depends on what that man likes. Some men value that. Some men marry because of that. They don't care if she got a brain or not, or they don't care about what else she brings to the table, especially men of influence, to be sad to say. So it just depends on who we talking about. If he ain't, because I ain't gonna call no names, but it's a particular relationship that I'm thinking of where I know he connected with his wife based on sex, but then when things became common, there again.
Say that name.
Ain't. You ain't getting me. Ain't gonna do it.
Damn, I thought I had you for a minute.
Yeah, but now that, I guess they've had kids and all these other things that transpired, and then he's on to the next.
They're not together no more?
No.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I asked you that because I'm often on Instagram, promote my show and, doing all the things that come with, trying to connect with the people and, all this stuff that come with social media. Honestly, if it wasn't for this whole platform, I probably would never be on social media. I'd just be somewhere, doing what God need me to do full time, and they're just speaking. Going to, cause I'm a motivational speaker also. Okay. So that's why I build blocks for the kingdom. That's where he used me at, and he just so happened to gave me this platform to make people pay attention to that purpose. But if it wasn't for that, I would never be on social media. But I'm always on social media, and I see like a lot of female artists. They want you. They try and promote their music, but they going about it as with being half naked and twerking. So, and I always see that, and I be like, this video doesn't make me want to listen to your music.
Right.
You know, it made me want to do a lot of things, but not listen to music.
Right.
That's why I asked, do you think?
It just depends on what in what context we're talking about. A man of substance, absolutely. A woman loses her value because it has to be more to her than her physical appearance or her twerking or, you know, showing her body.
Yeah.
You know? And nowadays, that's not uncommon, right? You can get that anywhere. So you got to be different. If you really want the right attention, you have to be original, authentic, and figure it out.
Yeah, because I'm a very mental person. Like, I can see a woman on social media just reading a book out loud, and that's going to get my attention way faster than a woman twerking.
But then it depends on what audience she's appealing to.
True.
Because if she's trying to appeal to that demographic that like Instagram models or women twerking and showing their body, then it works.
Oh, yeah. Do it, though. Do it always work.
Sometimes.
Or sometimes.
It depends on what the audience the attention that you're trying to gain.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get somebody to listen to your music, then that probably ain't the best route. But you're trying to get likes, you're going to get some likes.
Yeah.
You're going to get some likes.
I've been seeing that ain't even really been working lately. Like, I be seeing women, they going all the way out, doing all kind of little half-naked freaky stuff and for 60 likes, 50 likes.
50, 60 likes?
Like, so I feel like it just made me want to go pick my daughter up and just go spend time with her. Because I'm like, I don't never want my daughter to feel like she got to do this.
Right. Well, it started at home, though. But see, it started at home. So if you are raising, you got a daughter? You failed to mention that.
I got a 19-year-old daughter.
You got a grown daughter.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, well, it starts at home. You know, if you've instilled that in her, then that is not going to be her first go-to, you know? When I was growing up, I don't recall my dad saying don't do it, but just the way he loved me, I knew not to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just the way my mom raised me, I knew not to do certain things. And there were other deficiencies in other areas, but it definitely starts at home.
That's so dope. Miss Chanel, I appreciate you coming up here. I learned a lot about you today.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, I already knew you knew how to dress. I knew you put on a great production. I knew you had a great team. I met a lot of your team already at the taping that day. So I like to talk, as you can see. Cause I'm going to talk to everybody everywhere I go, especially when I see something that catch my eye. Because I'm a production guy. So I love talking to the people in the background. And so I'm happy for you, man. And congratulations on the success of your show. And I already know, Fox going to end up ordering probably like 3 more seasons.
I need that too.
Nah, I'm speaking that into your life.
Speak it, I receive it.
Like 4 more seasons. Oh, you want to tell the people where they can find your book at before we go right quick?
Actually, my book is on pre-order. The book hasn't been released yet.
Okay.
The book probably won't be released until January 2023, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Just because we're at the end of the year.
Okay.
You know, but you can find Comministry on Fox Soul platform. You can also find Comministry on Tubi, Amazon. If they want to watch previous episodes, all the episodes are on all of those platforms if you want to take a check it out.
Okay. Hey, y'all need to go watch that. I actually was saying the name right. I was like Comministry all that day. Then when I got there, somebody was like, I ain't going to say no name because they ain't going to throw nobody on the bus. They're like, yeah, the name of the show is Key Ministry. Don't make sure you say it right when Chanel get here.
No, it's Comministry.
See? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know where they get Key from.
So I'm all day. I'm like, you sure?
No, it's Comministry.
Yeah, I'm just walking in the door, so I can't tell nobody what's the name of their show. But
somebody working for me?
They was in the building that day.
Oh, I'm gonna get that straight as soon as I get out of here.
They was in the building. I ain't gonna say who they was working for, but they told me it was Key Ministry.
No,
I was
it's
like,
Comministry.
oh, you guys watch Comministry on which day?
Commentary, actually, it airs once a month, so there's not a set day.
Okay.
The next show, though, airs on November 14th. The one that you went to airs on Monday.
Oh, nice. On Fox Soul.
On Fox Soul, yeah.
Okay. Hey, y'all tune in.
Can I tell them they can find
go ahead.
Commentary at Commentary Live on Instagram, and you can also find me at Chanel Nicole Scott on Instagram.
There you go, because I almost forgot all that good stuff. Can they go on? Does Fox Soul have an app?
Yes,
they can,
Fox Soul does have an app. They have an app, and you can find all the shows there. What I have found what's easiest is to go to YouTube and type in Fox Soul Commentary, and all the shows will pop up.
Oh, nice. So y'all can go watch it even if you miss it. So that's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah, y'all keep doing your thing. I'm definitely coming to the next taping because y'all had some good food up in there too.
You like the food?
Yeah, the food was, I don't know who you had catering. I was like, okay, the food, that would reel me in. The food. Yeah. I was like, we got some nice celebrities in here, but the food was real great.
And then what about our house band?
Oh my God.
Grits and Jelly Butter.
What's their name?
Grits and Jelly Butter.
Oh my God. That's probably like the best band I seen live.
They're very popular in Atlanta.
They are?
Yeah, they're our house band.
They tore the house down, man.
I know I said, because during that time when they're playing, I'm actually getting ready. I was like, y'all, we going to have to get this makeup on my face a little bit sooner because I need to be able to see some of the performance. I never get to enjoy it.
Man, them guys, like, they different. They different.
He said they different. They're anointed.
Yeah. They really are, man, because, like, I did a recap video, man, and I was just looking at them being replay. I was like, man, these guys got something special. So, yeah, you definitely, like, you got the right band in the building.
Yeah.
You got the right band. Is that band gonna be in part of the in post? Yeah.
What you mean?
Like, will it make it to the final product of the show?
No.
Okay. That was just for
That's
the
just for the in-house people.
Okay. Damn,
that's why it's
dope.
important that the people come, because we have, you have a television show which people are going to look at for the content, which is what we want, but then we want people to show up to the actual taping. So so we have the grits and jelly butter, we have the food, we have all the things that should make you, and then the show is going to be great, and we have great talent.
Yeah, you had a nice lineup on there too, man.
Yeah.
You had Juice Adora, what they got, Captain
Munnerlin.
Captain Munnerlin, man.
And I could go ahead and tell you about some of the people going to be on the next one.
Who?
I hadn't even released this, so this is exclusive.
Who?
We're going to have Rich Dollars from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Okay.
We're going to have Angel Love. I think Angel Love was on a couple of episodes of Basketball Wives.
Okay.
I'm just telling you the people who have signed, because some people I can release. Those we can release. We have Anthony O'Neill, who he has a very popular podcast. Sky from Black Ink, New York.
Okay.
Light Skin Sky.
Yeah.
Sky's gonna be on there, and I think. Oh, and then you guys she's new, but I invited her because her story was so compelling. Her name is Jay Monroe, but Jay is just Jay she's not on any of those types of platforms, but Jay had the video that went viral where she was talking about she was having issues with like developing meaningful relationship. Like, I'm gonna have to show you the video offline, but it went viral, and she was just like really just being, it was like a moment of acknowledging a woman, acknowledging her deficiencies and not being able to develop real authentic relationship, but connecting with men based on survival. And it was so real that it compelled me to invite her to be a guest on my show. I'll show it to you.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That's it, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. The beautiful Chanel Nicole Scott. Y'all make sure y'all watching Commentary. Go to Fox Soul Commentary YouTube page. All that good stuff, man. But always remember, when you do what you do it like you're doing it for TV. And we gone. Yee!
Check runners.